Welcome back, YouTube Nation. It's Big Daddy G for Big Daddy's Gaming. I'm putting together some clips of the Neverwinter beta for Dungeons & Dragons. I was able to get a code to get into the closed beta. We're getting into the game right now. There's going to be a intro. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to let the intro play so you all can see the intro. And then we'll get into discussing the game.
To brace yourselves for this. Well, that didn't go so badly.
Get his attention. Cleric, with me.
And there you have the intro to Neverwinter. Now we'll get into character building in the next section. Hey there, so now we're building our character. I apologize, somehow I edited out evidently the picking of my race. The races that you can be are human, dwarf, halfling, tiefling, half-orc, elf, half-elf, and drow. I picked the tiefling because I actually just kind of looked his demonic look. I kind of think that's kind of cool. Then you get into picking your class, which the classes that you can choose are a control wizard, a devoted cleric, great weapon fighter, guardian fighter, hunter ranger, oathbound paladin, scourge warlock, trickster rogue. I went with it was kind of a tough choice. I thought about the paladin, but I went with a guardian fighter, which is sword and shield. After that, you can re-roll your ability scores to see if you can achieve something better. And with those, underneath those, you'll see that there are two different ability bonuses. So I played around with this a little bit. I tried it with the different ability bonuses that were available. I eventually settled on one. Pardon me, had to yawn. I eventually settled on some dice rolls here, and the boost that I would like from, I think I went with Charisma and Constitution, I believe. You'll see me switch back and forth here a couple of times with those ability choices, just to see what stacks up where. So we'll just kind of watch me goof off here with the dice rolling for a minute, and then we'll get into the next part. The next part of this is actually, it's like picking, if I remember right, this is going to be picking your facial, just like any characterization that you can do in an MMO. You can change your face, you can change, with these guys or girls, they have horns, so you can change your horns, you can change your face, you can change your eyes, and we're gonna go through this here. I know this is kind of the boring part, but I go through and look at all the different features. It even gets to a point, like with these guys, you can have glowing eyes or non-glowing eyes. It's kind of cool. I feel that they've actually put a lot of thought and depth into this being released to Xbox. Again, I believe that this is going to be a free-to-play MMO. The beta didn't have a lot of issues in it. Every now and again, we get what I like to call bungee cording. It'd be like you'd be moving and then you'd get snapped back just a little bit. Here you can see that I'm getting a little deeper into the character building, the actual looks of the character. I mean, different times had a little bit of lag to it. But all in all, I think it's going to be a pretty cool game. But I keep rolling through this characterization. It gets into the body, it gets into the hair, it really gets in depth on how you want to make the character look. If I remember right, get some scars and changing his chin, changing his mouth. And so I just keep playing around with this. Yeah, I know, boring for you. Change the skin color. You know, whatever you want, darker, lighter. Can make them look as pleasant or ominous as you feel. So as you finish picking up your basic characterization of the face and stuff, you can get into now picking the body. There's a thin, medium, and a large build. Where this guy's kind of demonic, I went with a large body build because I kind of figured that's how they would be. Then the next thing you're going to be able to do is we're going to get into picking a deity. Now under each of the symbols is an explanation of the deity. For some reason here I jump to the next stage, which is eventually you're going to pick where you're from. That's what that is right there, but then I go back and realize I didn't really look over the deities. So like I said, here we are picking our deity. If you go over each one, it'll tell you what the deity represents. I'll have to apologize, I don't remember which one I picked. There's some for the sun, there's some for the leaves, there's a deity for everyone. It's almost like Baskin and Robbins, except for there's not 31 flavors. But there's enough flavors that you'll find something that you'll like. We'll just wait a moment here while I decide on my deity. Then we'll get into the next part. What I want to remind you, YouTube people, is that right now, where I'm just getting started out, a lot of times what I have to do is I make a recording of the game while I'm playing it. Then I go back in and I have to do my voiceovers. So a lot of times that's why I don't remember exactly what I've picked. So just bear with me. I hope to be upgrading my features here pretty soon, where I will actually be able to play and talk at the same time. Then all I'll have to do is just upload and then upload directly to YouTube. But it looks like I decided on my deity. Now this is where you get to pick where you're from. There's several choices, and inside those land choices are actually a couple of back stories that you can add. I remember there's a couple of lands that you can come from where you actually can be part of the royalty of that land. So we'll wait to see what I picked, because I can't remember what I did pick. I don't believe it was the coast. I actually think it's that one right there is what I end up picking. And I don't remember the backstory that I picked, but for some reason I want to say that was the one I ended up going with. So I'm still thinking. No, I know it wasn't the valley. So we're just waiting for me to decide. Looks like I thought Boulder's Gate might be good, but I know I don't pick that one. I didn't think it took me this long. Well, this is almost as bad as waiting for the contestants to pick Final Jeopardy. Although, I don't know if the Final Jeopardy music is as good as this background music. Actually, if you played this music while they were doing Jeopardy, they might move faster. Hey, here we go. I finally got to the part where you get to pick your name. And isn't this embarrassing? What did I pick for a name? Rugari, that's what I picked. Don't ask me where I came up with it. Rugari is the name I end up going with. Rugarie is, I think, how I spelled it. Evidently, it's taken me a while to think of it. But that's what I did pick. I did pick Rugari. There we go. So, here is my character. And we can get ready to begin the adventure just by clicking A. So, as I said, with the name picked, we're now ready to begin the adventure by hitting A. And there we are. So now we're going to get into the first part of this Neverwinter beta. And we're going to get a little intro. And while this is happening, I'll let you guys watch.
Hey, are you alright?
Move around.
So as you hear, we're going to get our instructions as we play. You're actually going to get a voice instruction along with a little cue box.
Gods, when I saw the Draculich attack the ship, I was afraid there would be no survivors. What brings you to Neverwinter in such troubled times?
The A button? I'm sorry, I couldn't resist.
Attacked by a Draculich and then nearly drowned is quite a shock to the system. I'm sure it will come back to you. In the meantime, you should search the beach for your gear.
The quest path leads to your objective. Open your journal to toggle it on and off.
So, as I said, we're going to get voice instructions and we're going to get little cue box instructions. So, what we have to do now is we have to go find our items because we got crashed on the rocks in our boat. So now we're going and we're finding different pieces of the items that have washed ashore. And as we go along here, we're going to be once we pick up these items, it's going to tell us how to use it. And as you can see also in the tutorial, it highlights, and actually I believe throughout the game, when you get new items, it'll highlight it for you to let you know that you have a new item in your inventory. You can, if it's an equipable item, it'll tell you you can equip, you can inspect, you can discard.
Press the view button to toggle between HUD elements. The quest tracker displays current quest objectives.
We're finally getting some equipment on. We're getting some armor, and we're getting our shield and sword ready here. And we should look a little different there. There we are, sword and shield. Shield on the back, sword on the side. And we're going to follow our little destination line here when it shows up in just a second. So as you can see, I'm toggling through the different things that he's mentioned. The HUD. Yeah, jeez. Sorry about that, guys. But here we go. We're back on the quest line. I'm checking out my slicing and dicing. Now, hopefully, before this ends, we're maybe going to see a little action.
Campfires are rest zones where out-of-combat players may heal.
So now we're going to get fully juiced up, so to speak, our health and everything. I think we're going to pick up our first quest.
It's good to see someone survive the attack on the ship. When you feel ready, please speak to me again.
I think I'm ready. Well, alright, YouTube fans. This is going to end this one right here coming up. We're going to get started out on our adventure. If you like the video, please give me a thumbs up. Please leave me some comments on what you think I can do better. Like I said, I'm still new to this, and I hopefully will be getting better. So as I end this clip, I'm going to let you know that I'm going to put up some more of this Neverwinter beta. And I hope to catch you again. This is Big Daddy G for Big Daddy's Gaming.